Hey, it's your boy Ron Big Black Garrett. Just recently in one of the forums that I'm in, I had a young lady that wanted to know if getting knocked out of ketosis, and I'm paraphrasing what she said. Basically, she was concerned about maybe accidentally or even being knocked out of ketosis. Now, some of these groups that you're in, you got to be careful because they'll jump all over you for that. But I live in the real world. I don't live in a keto-baked world where everything is about keto and there's no real life going on. It's easy for someone to say that they're not going to cheat, they're not going to do that. Hey, it's easy for me because that's just the mindset I have because as a bodybuilder, I used to be able to eat the same thing, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, midnight, whatever. But in the real world, people really struggle with this stuff. And so my advice to her was to understand that first and foremost, this is a lifestyle. Keto is first about healing the body, and then weight loss results as an after effect. You know, a lot of people get on this purely for weight loss, but you need to understand that the truth is that it's about healing the body, and as a result, the body heals itself. And as the body heals itself, it sheds unnecessary body fat. That's basically what it does. Now, there are some people that use keto for therapeutic reasons and other reasons. And that's cool, you know. But in the end, getting knocked out of ketosis because you made a mistake, getting knocked out of ketosis because you chose to do something different or go out and eat something that you shouldn't be eating. Don't get me wrong now, I'm not making excuses for that stuff. You need to make sure you understand me on that. All you're doing then is you're breaking your goals. You're breaking trust in yourself when you do that. You made a goal, you stated something that you wanted to do, and now you're cheating yourself when you go and you do something outside of the goals that you set, you know? But at the same time, I don't want to ever sit up here and make it seem like I'm some God or something that knows all, and I'm going to tell you that you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. I'm going to tell you that it's not best for you. If you make a goal, you should try to stick with it. But at the same time, you know, you do you. I know what I'm not willing to do. I know that for me, this is a lifestyle change because I reversed my type 2 diabetes. To someone that's trying to lose weight, maybe it's not that big of a deal. But for me, trying to mitigate so many of the things that diabetes caused, you know, the overweightness caused the severe hernia that I have right now that I have to get rid of, that I'm going to have surgery on. You know, the doctors were very clear with me, you know, a couple of years ago that it was caused after my first hernia surgery, that it was caused because of my weight gain. You know, but I had no choice. I gained the weight because of the diabetes, you know, the insulin, stuffing fat all across my body. So just make sure that we understand what's going on here. We need to understand that just because you get knocked out of ketosis, just because you slip or you stumble or you accidentally eat something, you know, like I said, don't start making excuses for eating something off of the, and another thing, you people that say you're keto, you're running around telling people you're keto, you're living a life acting like you're keto, yet you're sitting up there stuffing donuts and potato chips and all this crap that ain't keto in your mouth. Quit telling people that you're purely keto. Be honest with them. You know, you need to understand that you have someone's life possibly in your hand. What if that person's trying to reverse their diabetes or trying to really lose weight and this is their last straw? And they see you up there eating donuts and cake and all this other stuff. I didn't mean to get off on a rant, but it really ticks me off when people won't be honest and just tell people, you know what, I eat keto most of the time, but sometimes I don't. And no, it's not right. If you're trying to reach your goals, you shouldn't do this. All right, be honest with people because that's where a lot of the confusion comes in. They know someone's on Facebook or on social media or on this or on that, and they're telling people that I eat keto all the time. And then the next time they see you going through McDonald's, got a Big Mac fries and a large Coke. You know, nothing, hey, if you want that stuff, that's fine. But don't sit up there and tell people you're keto and that it's okay to have that once in a while in your keto because it's not. If you're purely keto, then that's not the stuff you're supposed to be eating. And the reason why is because you want to stay in ketosis. If you're a super healthy person, you may stay into ketosis. You may go into mild ketosis, but don't be telling people that are metabolically damaged that it's okay. People that are obese that it's okay. You're setting them up for failure. And like I said, are you going to really, really take the hit in your subconscious, in your psyche, if they die of something that could have been avoided had keto saved their life? And I say that about any diet program or anything that someone's trying to do to better themselves. You know, half of the battle is up here in the mind. And when in the Bible is clear to us, it tells us that we're not supposed to make our brother or sister stumble. You know, so don't make a person that you know is going to come around and stumble, offering them food, doing all these other things, but especially if you're telling everyone that you're purely keto, you know, stop that nonsense, man. You know, I'm going to call you out if I see you doing it. And I'm going to be like, hey, you need to make sure people know that you're not keto. You're not being 100% keto right now. When I go out to eat and stuff, and this is not me making myself special or nothing like that. This is just what I do. If I go somewhere and there's nothing keto, I just simply don't eat. I fast. And if that's too hard for you, fine. Do you, but don't let people know there, or when they say, hey, I thought you were keto. Okay, yeah, but I'm taking tonight off. All right. And no, it's not keto. So make sure that you do that. I had that on my mind. I was actually going to put up a whole nother video on that, and I probably still will because I'm a little ticked about it. There's a couple of people running around talking about their keto, and they got other people thinking they're keto. Yet these people, I'm like, well, where did you hear that you can have a Big Mac with all the bread and all that crap on it? Well, so-and-so said it was keto. They're keto and they eat it. That's the problem. All right? That is the problem. So people are influenced by that stuff. So getting back to the main topic at hand, just make sure that you understand that if you fall off the wagon or if you do these things, and like I said, I'm not talking about cheating. I'm talking about accidentally. I've had a couple times where I've actually ingested stuff, not knowingly, that has caused me to get kicked out of ketosis. And I was very upset about it and upset with the people that accidentally gave me stuff. But you know, in the end, it wasn't their fault. It was my fault. I am the one that's responsible for what goes into my mouth and what I eat. And, you know, so I just made a few changes in my life, and I made sure now that I make sure I ask the questions and that I check everything. And if I don't, then I have the possibility of having that slip up again, because I don't knowingly eat anything keto, non-keto, except for a week or two back, I did eat some refried beans. But I did that as most of you guys that know me know that's I'm an experimenter. And I hadn't been able to get some lab tests that I want to get done. So I just sort of did a little mini experiment on my body. Now, I didn't eat the tub of refried beans that I would have ate in the past, but I ate enough to make sure that my insulin would raise a little bit and that I should have had a nice, good insulin, sugar spike. And the thing is, I wanted to see how much my body had healed a little bit to see how it would receive that. And actually, I was pleasantly surprised. Now, I'm not telling you to do this. Make sure that you understand. I'm not a doctor. I can't give you medical advice. But I'll tell you that for me, I can tell that my body is in the process of continually healing. It's getting better, because 4 or 5 months ago, my glucose levels would have rose through the roof. Now, you know, they still rose, but it's not nearly as bad. And I think a couple years from now to get better. And like I said, I'm in this for the long haul. I have no desire to go back to being a carb eater. You know, having said that, will I ever eat some carbs again? I don't know. But right now, I don't need it. I'm too busy enjoying bacon and eggs and all the fat I want and all the good meats and all these other things. So that's my thing for the day. I'm sorry I went a little rantified, but it is what it is. I love you. God bless you. Peace.